I cut down these tallow trees last summer when it was dry, and I didn't want to burn them then because one, they probably wouldn't burn, and two, the ground's dry, the leaves are dry, the pine needles are dry. It's kind of easy for things to spread, so I just let them be. So now it's the following spring, and I have a goal to get rid of all this by burning it, making a fire and burning all these logs. The logs are still pretty wet, but the ground is even wetter, so there's no fear of a big fire spreading. Came here Tuesday, I guess a week ago, after lunch, and I'm trying to burn all this crud. And made a fire. It was kind of marginal. It was burning, but it wasn't burning very hot. I didn't have too much optimism, and then it rained all Tuesday night while I was here. So Wednesday I came out and started again, and I was able to get it started a little bit with a tire. Actually, quite a bit of it burned. I left it burning, but it went out. So I'm here again. This is Tuesday a week, and I'm gonna keep burning. These trees have only been cut down like 3 or 4 months ago, so they're wet, and it's been raining. That makes them wet, and they're in the water. That makes them wet. So it's kind of a challenge, but I would like to get it going while everything's wet because I don't have fear of it spreading. I can make this fire 20 feet tall if I could get it going. And come summertime, when this would all be dry, then I got to worry about fire. So anyway, I tracked my little hoe in here. It's holding up pretty good, surprisingly, but I don't want to go tracking all over the place. So I'm brought a strap. I'm gonna track in and reach with the strap and drag these trees to me where I can cut them with the chainsaw, and then the track hoe can pick them up and put them on the fire. I'm gonna bring some kindling and get this started, and bring the chainsaw and cut some of these into, especially these little ones, so I can kind of get it going. I'm not a big gambling man, but I would be willing to gamble that I'm the only person right now, Psycho, Mississippi. Heck, let's go big. In Pike County, Mississippi, getting ready to start a fire with parts from a 1971 Grand Banks wooden trawler. Probably the only one, pretty sure about that. Get it going. It's probably not going to be a video, but I'm recording anyway. I got the fire going. Took probably an hour and a half before it really got hot, but now it's hot, and I'm throwing stuff on there that's like been underwater, and after a little while it'll dry out and start burning. I'm going to restack, try to get some of these heavy logs on top. So my plan, I either take this strap or my longer strap, which you probably can't even see, it's so full of mud, and I drag the logs to right where I'm standing. I've sacrificed some logs here and pushed them down in the mud so I can physically stand up, because just moving around out there is really, really hard. But it's working. I'm gonna try to last till noon. This is like marathon training when every step is an effort, but it's working. And I'm clearing out this little spot and I'm gonna go back that ways. I'll put the trees on the ground, so I guess it's up to me to get rid of them, or Mother Nature, one. Apparently even mud will burn if you get it hot enough. So now the timeline of this video gets all mangled up. This is after the fact. So I got tired of standing in the water. I got my instrument, my laser level, and I shot some elevations, and I went from here all the way, I don't know, quarter mile back in the direction I'm looking, and there's fall. There's about a foot of fall, or there could be a foot of fall if it was clean. So I got the track hoe, I walked in the water, all that water you see me standing in, and I dug a ditch. I think this probably maybe was a ditch at one time, but because it has such a slow flow, it's so flat, I think it filled up with leaves and debris and just kind of became 2 inches deep and 40 feet wide. But I got in the mud. It was holding up the track hoe pretty good, and I backed up and I dug a trench just a bucket deep. I wasn't shooting grades or anything. I was just digging. And I went all the way to my new river trail. I crossed it, and then for some reason, which turned out to be a mistake, I tracked through the water, through this swale, all the way to the final spot where I was going to dump the water, the lowest point. which is right here underneath that log that you saw crossing. This is the lowest point, and the ditch is dug all the way to here. And the trees and the muck held up the machine. I tracked in the water. But what I did was I broke the surface when I did that, and then when I turned around and come back out, I paid a price. So I got all the way to the end, the lowest point, and I started digging, and I came out backwards, and I was doing okay, and it was kind of getting sketchy, and I was thinking, well, I got all these little trees, I can always pull myself, and it got real sketchy, and I said, I need to get out of here. So I tried to turn and get up the little bank, and there was nothing happening, and I reached for a tree that was close by, and it just came out of the ground and left a big old stump hole. And then I reached for another one, and now I have two big stump holes right next to the machine, which is basically on mud, and it just went downhill from there. I should have stopped messing with it, but I kept struggling and kept struggling. The machine kept going deeper and deeper, and finally I realized I gotta stop. I stopped. I was beat. I said, let me just leave it here for a couple weeks. It's springtime. Water should go down. Maybe this mud will stiffen up a little bit. But it just kept raining, and it just got worse. So I was super busy at home redoing the floor in my family room, which is kind of nice. I could just forget about this thing, just waiting for spring to dry it out, which didn't happen. I did come with a shovel and dug a little trench, tried to dig a little trench around the machine to let the water flow around it, because it was kind of acting like a dam. And that helped. Well, I got my mini hoe stuck again, and I'm giving up on getting it out without getting some help. I've been on this since about 10:30, and it's 2:30, so 3.5 hours, 4.5 hours, 4 hours, a long time. I'm losing my voice. I'm hot. The more I mess with it, the deeper it's getting, and now I'm getting an engine light every now and then because the muffler goes underwater, or the exhaust goes underwater. So I'm a punt. I had some block and tackle and some snatch blocks, and I had it double rigged, and I was pulling with the winch on the Ranger. I had the Ranger tied off to a tree so it wouldn't drag, and nothing was happening. It's just getting I was just getting it worse and worse. It's so far down now that the hydraulics is not strong enough to pick the tracks up out the mud, so I can't clean them, or can't shove boards under them. That's what I mean. So I think I need another mini hoe. I think I need to reach out there and remove a lot of this dirt, mud that's around the tracks. Yeah, I walked in all the way over there. I walked in through the water, no problem. Walked to the end, and I started digging this deeper because this is a main drainage deal for a whole bunch of acres, and realized it wasn't draining right. So I was just digging, and as I was backing up, it was getting real sketchy, and I was having to pull myself a little bit, so I was trying to find a spot to get out. And when I got right here, I tried to turn, and that was it. I just went out of sight. So, yep, it's funny. You can walk on this stuff, but once you break that surface, you're done for. So I think I either need to rent a mini hoe for a day or hire a guy for a day. First of all, I need to go sit down. But, yep, pretty frustrating. Beautiful day. I've been messing around in the mud all day long, man. So I've been lucky for 3 years, and I've gotten a bunch of close calls, but I've never been really, really stuck. But this time, I'm really, really stuck. So stuck that I've called for help. So he's digging, trying to clear the blade. What makes this awkward is I think I might be a little bit of a better operator than him, but I can't say that. Anyway, see what we can do. So a couple of weeks back I had some more energy, and I hand drug my little mats around over here, and I got one of them up underneath the front bucket. I can no longer swing the machine, but I was able to drag it by hand and get it under the front bucket. The machine just pushed the mat down into the mud and did not have enough horsepower to free itself from the muck. So under the bucket is a mat. It's way down there, but I was still stuck. And you can see by the time I started this video, the blade is now up out of the water, so we have made some progress. He's digging behind the blade. Actually, he got on a bunch of phone calls, so I got on the machine and dug a lot with his little machine. Yeah, so we're making progress. The blade is out the water, and I can now wiggle the machine. It's not like stuck solid, like glued to the bottom. And the more I wiggle it, and we're coming up instead of down for a change. So we tried different things. There was no one magic bullet. It was just a matter of trying to get the machine. And one of the problems is right behind the machine is a big old river birch tree. And I wish it wasn't there because I can't come straight back. We have to kind of drag it sideways a little bit. Yeah, now right now you can't see, but Will is back there trying to turn his machine a little bit, and he's having a hard time because he's getting no traction and he's sinking down. But he gets it turned facing more in the direction he wants to go. He gets closer back up to my machine.
Have you called anybody else to try to come get you out?
No.
No?
No.
Watch your feet. Oh, God. Yeah, babe. I know you're here and you're paying me for this. I apologize.
What? No, we're good. We're good.
How about this?
We're all good, buddy.
You know, all women are crazy. All of them. You just gotta figure out what degree of crazy you're willing to deal with.
Watch your head.
Huh?
Watch your head.
Want me to knock it down?
No, I just don't want it to fall on my head.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, okay. Okay, you want to hook up the strap? Or you want to pull it with the blade?
Huh?
You want to use the straps or you want to try to pull it with the blade?
I want to lift up that side and get more under it.
Okay.
I want to wiggle it out more.
Alright. There you go.
Don't know about pushing it. I have to go all the way to the other side.
Oh, I'm backwards. Let me go run my tracks when you do that.
Huh?
Let me run my tracks when you do that. To help loosen it up.
Okay, you don't think it'll bog it down more?
I don't think it can get bogged down more.
You don't think it can, huh? Once we get you spun this way, I think we could use my bucket and pull you out. But we gotta get you up enough to be able to.
I agree.
Take that out and put it on the other side with it. that's exactly what my intentions are going to be.
You want to hook it or you want to strap?
Let me get over here.
How much can you curl? How close can you get if you stay right here?
I don't know.
Well, you probably ought to back up a little bit. You get kind of slow.
Yeah, and also, if I get back here, like I said, and we run a thing from there to yours, I can turn around and pull with me at the same time as go. Let's try it. Let's just go ahead and try it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. I think we can do this.
Alright.
I kind of wish we had something. Is there, do you think it's, okay. Get on your machine. I know it's going to bring you forward more, but tilt that thing down, see if it'll go down. You'll have to lift your bucket up so it doesn't bog out. And then we're going to try to put something under the blades, the tracks as well. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think I got it that high.
You don't think so?
No, that's
Well, like I said, if you can put that down, you're going to go higher.
I think it is down. Let me see.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think it is.
I think it was down.
All right. You want to turn up the strap and see where we go?
Yeah.
And I'll actually try you like that first if you want.
If I do this single instead of double.
Yeah, that's as far as I go.
Alright, that'll work.
I could probably come more.
That'll work.
Yeah, we're going to try it this way, but I think it would be better by putting a strap on my blade and using my bucket to push you at the same time.
Alright, we'll try this and then we'll switch it around. Hold still. I need to put your hand. That's good. Hold. Reach me. Okay, hold still.
Easy. You know, if you kill yourself, I'm never going to talk to you again.
Just load up and take it off out of it.
Huh?
Just load up, take it off. Move.
I'm all the way down.
Let me go help. Hold on.
There you go. There you go.
So right here, my left tracks are on the stump of that river birch, and my right track is on nothing. I was seriously nervous about the thing going over. I was trying to get my boom over here to protect me, but every time I'd pick it up, it would get worse. But yeah, I guess I got lucky and it didn't fall over. And look at this, we're about to get out of the hole.
Since you're up like that, you're out of here. We got
I'm
you.
out of here. Just need to pull me some more.
Yeah, we got you got your bucket under there?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not gonna fall? Okay, good. Stay there because I gotta back up and
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I'm about ready to ball. I just don't want you to slip back in.
Right.
Alright, so just stay there. When I get in position, I'll tell you to start it, and we're gonna get you out of here, okay?
So Will, the operator that's helping me, had an ad on Facebook Marketplace, and according to a Facebook Marketplace, he lived in a neighboring little community. It was like 30 minutes away. So I called him, but he never returned the call for like a week. So I said, well, that's one of those ads that don't work. And then he finally called me, and he came on out. He was game. I got super lucky, reasonable price. Yeah, just worked out good. So right here, he's trying to track backwards, but he's kind of stuck almost. Finally lets go of the strap, and he gets back. And I did end up with a dent in my new green finish, but I didn't catch it on video, and I don't really know if it was him or me, but it doesn't really matter. I don't care. I'm out of the mud. That's what counts.
You might be on YouTube.
Oh, you're videotaping this?
Some of it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Make sure you get my name and my phone number on there. I can't even tell it.
All right.
All right. Back up. Can't get the front end anymore. Hang on, let me get rid of this tree. Hang on, let me knock this tree down. All right.
You ready? You ready?
No, I gotta go back a little more to get more.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. let it sit.
No, you're not getting that hot, yeah.
I'm good.
You want to go and put some water in it?
I don't know what's going on.
You probably got water.
I think I'm plugged up with dirt. Alright.
Says it's got water?
Well, I didn't open the radiator yet.
Oh yeah, don't open it. It's gonna be hot. It'll burn you. But you're out.
I'm out. Yeah.
You're out.
This could be part of the problem.
What is it?
Mud.
Oh hell yeah.
Alright. I'm out and I'm happy.
Sure, you want me to stick around for a few minutes? I got no problem waiting for a few minutes to cool down.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
I know. I got no problem with it. All I got is a handful of headaches to go back to. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's only 9:22. Took an hour and a half to get it out.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Appreciate you willing to take a gamble.
This kind of stuff is cool with it. Yeah, you're gonna be pressure washing that for a couple days.
Yeah, and this morning I went and blew the fitting. You saw that little generator on the side of the road when you drive up here?
Yeah.
I got a pump down in the water and I glued the fitting so I could hook a water hose up to it. And then the rope pulled out the generator.
So folks, after, I don't know, maybe 5 weeks, I kind of lost track. I am out of the mud, but I am not out of the woods, so to speak. I'm getting error messages on my engine, and I don't know what they mean. I'm going to have to go do some research, and yeah, we got to get this thing fixed.